rise of Sigma males. While many of you may have forgotten about them, they haven't gone quietly into the night. There's still a very active community of Sigma males that continue to post content reaffirming that they are the best, the top of the food chain.
No,
and sometimes
That's
I'll
me.
occasionally
That's me. That's me. That's me.
I post content all day. All day I post on the internet. And I'm not recognized as a Sigma male icon.
I'm curious a little head in there and see what's going on in the Sigma male community.
That's just a lie.
And there's a channel that does a lot of it, and they recently posted a video called Why Sigma Males Are Seriously Dangerous. And it's the same standard shit where it just spouts a bunch of nonsense that's supposed to sound hard. Like, the Sigma male community treats each other like they're all secretly James Bond. Number 5. Why a Sigma male is seriously dangerous? Well, he'll pour a bowl of cereal without ever adding the milk, because the milk is a hindrance to his cold, calculating mind. His slight lactose intolerance isn't a weakness, it's a strength that he uses to get the best of his enemies, and they never see it coming. That kind of stuff. And there's nothing overly interesting about the video itself. I'll just go ahead and play like a couple clips real fast. What I want to focus on is actually the comments.
Many people mistake the Sigma male as the shy guy, thinking he knows nothing. Little do they know that this is how he wants it to be perceived. He is not shy. He just doesn't want to be seen. He knows exactly what he's doing and is not one to be underestimated. He is the quiet one who absorbs everything.
It's just 13 minutes of this with footage from a bunch of popular movies, and it sounds like they're either describing a stalker or Batman. And what's really weird to me is it's not really motivational. If I was someone who self-identified as a Sigma, hearing this stuff would make me feel really bad about it, actually.
While the Sigma man may seem like a harmless introvert, he is actually a dangerous opponent.
Chat, what if this is a 5-head? This video is doing exactly that, right? For people to make fun of them, right? And not think anything of them because they're just cringe. But it's actually brewing the revolution of the real Sigma wave. Let that sink in. It's a 2-ply video
that you don't want to mess with. He may not have big muscles or a loud voice, but his sharp mind and strategy are his most valuable weapons.
I just don't really get what kind of fantasy world this is trying to appeal to, where everyone is trying to pick on and kill the Sigma male or something. So this is like talking about, well, you don't want to do that. You don't want to poke the sleeping bear that is the Sigma male. They act like Sigma males are being hunted, rounded up in the streets, piles of corpses of Sigma males. Like, I don't know why all of this Sigma male stuff is always about, like, opponents. Like, you don't want to mess with a Sigma male. Very difficult to deal with opponents. And it's all spoken as if it's some kind of nature documentary from the BBC with David Attenborough commentating it.
Some people's unpredictability can really put you on edge, especially when
imagine,
It's like walking on a tightrope with no safety net. It's not just the fact that Sigma men are unpredictable. It's the way they make you feel when you can't anticipate their reactions. This can be seriously risky, especially if you're in a confrontational situation with a Sigma.
I won't bother showing you any more clips from the video itself. I think you get it. It's 13 minutes of this. Here's why the Sigma male is so dangerous and so badass. Sigma male's unpredictability makes him the most fierce and foe imaginable. It's like playing a game of chess against a Sigma, but he can see your moves, and you can't see his. But then it turns out the Sigma is actually playing a game of checkers the entire time, and you fell right for his trap. King me. But don't, because the Sigma male doesn't want to be king. He'd rather pull the strings from the shadows like the puppet master he is. It's 13 minutes of that. And for some reason I don't fully understand, this kind of stuff is exactly what the Sigma male community loves to hear and endlessly consume like some junk food. So in the comments section, it's a bunch of people telling each other their Sigma stories, as well as giving a TED talk on the beauty of being a Sigma male. It is amazing. So right now, this is one of the top comments. You don't need to fear Sigma males, which immediately to me seems like it should be a red flag if people are afraid of you in general. Like, maybe there's some self-reflection that should be done to not make people feel on edge around you. That would be my perception of it. But again, I think it's kind of just diving into like playing this Sigma character. I don't know if people fully believe in it. I think it's just kind of a for fun thing. It's just that
guys, what is a harass?
If you
harass, damn.
Harass him, be it on the workplace, the neighborhood, verbally or physically, he is likely to knock you down in one way or another, and when you least expect it. Normal people will usually interpret him as being a little shy, while aggressive, dominant people will take him for being an easy prey, and they won't even know what hit them. It may take them a considerable amount of time to put the pieces together and figure out what actually happened. Sigma males are not some kind of dangerous James Bond people. They are first and foremost characterized by going their own way, and, as a consequence, dominant, aggressive people will seriously underestimate them. This is what I'm talking about, though, where a lot of them seem to be living in this world where they feel as though everyone's out to get them. So then they retreat into these corners.
Yeah, because the main character, chat, that's why.
Where they, like, prop each other up like they're underestimating us. And that's their biggest mistake. Sigmas will rise and grind to the very top, and then they'll all rue the day they underestimated us, and they won't even see it.
You want me to give you a hot take?
Now, if I was to cause...
Even though I don't agree, chat, with like 90% of this Sigma male shit, chat, I don't think, okay, being the main character is a problem.
Yep, he doesn't think.
Wait, okay, you should be the main character of your own life. So you, by definition, you should at least put yourself at a high priority in your own life. You should put yourself first a lot of times, okay? Because you're important. At the end of the day, when everybody fails you and systems fail and everything fails, one thing remains, and that's you, and you have to be there for yourself, man. And a lot of times you're not gonna be there for yourself, and I think you should do that. You should be the main character for you. You should be
man, shut up, bro.
Chat, I'll be honest with you, chat. I'm gonna open up and tell you, chat. A lot of times things went wrong, chat, and I forgot myself, dude. I wasn't good
shut up.
And I suffered some consequences for that, man. And it really sucks. And it took me some time, but I'm now back on my
Cosplay a psychologist, I have noticed a common thread throughout all of the Sigma content and comments over the years, which is always being misunderstood.
When the plane starts to crash, yo, put your mask on yourself before helping others. Remember that, man. Life is like a fucking crashing plane, bruh. You put the mask on yourself so you can breathe, and then you help the other mother suckers, man. Because if you try to help somebody out and you fail, bro, boom, you're dead too.
Being underestimated or neglected by society, and then a lot of what they talk about is getting revenge for that and just kind of taking that power back for themselves. And I'm not just trying to shit on Sigma males. I actually find it somewhat sad because I feel like a lot of it stems from things not going the way they wanted it to while growing up, and now at this point they've kind of pushed themselves into a bubble where they're surrounded by people that also haven't had the best time. So they've now made it into this Sigma bubble for which it gives them a level of comfort knowing other people there, and they push everyone else away. So just, I don't know, the whole situation with this Sigma shit, like alphas versus Sigmas versus Omega males, like that whole, you know, grand cosmic war.
Bro, it's
just been so weird to watch unfold.
Yeah, because he's not a wolf, bro. Bro, he doesn't understand. He's not a wolf, man.
On the internet, as more and more people lock themselves away inside. But anyway, let's just read some more Sigma comments, I suppose. I can recall many times in my life that people were very surprised at me. One person said, "I didn't know you hated in you." I think it meant had it in you. At another time, someone said, "How did you do that? He was much bigger than you." I wrote some poems one time and recited them in front of a large group of people that knew me well. No one expected that of me.
Poems,
Not the most specific description of Sigma male activities here, but it makes me curious for more knowledge on that. What is the... How did you do that? He's much bigger than you. Is it referring to a fight? How did you do that? You crushed him with your telekinetic mind abilities. That's incredible. He's so much bigger than you. How'd you do it? And then I remember another time when Uncle Ben pulled me aside in a car ride and said, "Sigma, with great power comes great responsibility." And I've lived my life that whole way. So then I read poems to people.
Chad, this is pretty insane, actually.
It's very clear in a lot of these comments, the people behind the keyboard are very young. And I feel like if you get lost in this like Sigma versus Alpha versus Omega kind of shit, you are immediately setting yourself up to go down a path that's not going to lead to the best outcomes that you'd probably want. Sigmas are like snipers lying in wait, sometimes waiting for years, patiently waiting for the right moment to gently squeeze the trigger. The target never knew what hit them. And even better, never knew who fired the shot. And then someone replied to that comment with this, and it seems like they're fighting amongst themselves in this. So this is a Sigma versus Sigma, so stand the fuck back. This is up there with like Godzilla versus...
Chat, if you don't know what hit you, or if it hit you, or who shot it, there's nothing. If nobody knows that something happened, what happened, and who did it, then nothing happened.
What's with the emotes? What are the emotes?
Like the kaijus are throwing down.
What are your Christmas
I am not moved at all. You sound as though no one can read and get the jump before you get the jump on them. Being unreadable is readable in this game. Like the image of the guy in the still shot before the video. That's readable to me. Unless you have a divine nature, you will give an indication somewhere. And then someone else replied to that, you would have to basically be a mind reader. And even then, you are likely still 2 steps behind. I feel like they just watched a really cheesy 80s action movie, heard a line similar to this, and decided to drop it in response to the sniper line. Like, what? I don't even understand what that's supposed to mean. Being unreadable is readable in this game. What game? What game is being played right now?
Fortnite.
I don't. What is going on?
Bro,
it's
it's
just
the
this
game.
really desperate desire to be
Try
like
to-
a
Sigma
super
game.
badass or be like super special. And I think an important lesson that extends well beyond just Sigmas exclusively
It's the game.
is to accept that there's nothing wrong with just being normal. Like, you don't
Yes,
need
there
to
is.
have some kind of quirky, special personality trait that defines you. You can just be normal and enjoy life that way.
Nah.
It just seems like the internet's
Don't be
corrupted
normal, bro.
everyone's brain into believing that being average is boring
Yep.
and a bad way of living. When I just totally disagree. I don't know how many times that I've been accused of being unassuming. It almost gets boring. I immediately have to interject. Who's accused?
I think that's the end of this shit, guys.
What? Stop, man. You don't need to hear that.
Wait! Bro! Bro, is my main Gmail also banned? Bro, that's
What?
insane. Brother? Oh man,
Oh,
yeah, I
he
mean, chat,
died.
yeah, it's very common.
Our
it's
Jews
hard,
have
man.
died.
That's insane though. That's insane. That's actually insane.
What's that deer doing? Why is he eating it?